How do you see your role as a councillor, and how do you think you'd best achieve your goals?
I see my role as a councillor as an advocate for the community. I feel like I can best achieve my goals by being an independent representative of the community. And that's by not being aligned to any political parties. So I don't have to toe the party line. I can stand up for whatever the community wants, and I feel that good governance is really important in council, and I can bring that to it with other roles that I've been in the past. I've got a pretty good idea of how that works.
And how do you plan to respond to council's community vision?
Council's community vision is a huge document. I have researched it. It's really, really, they've done a great job with it. It's obviously been very well researched. Their vision includes resilience of people across the Shire, which is really important at the moment, considering we've had some pretty big natural disasters in the last few years, and we could have those again at any time. It includes making sure that we have sustainable growth and our environment's looked after, and that's important to everyone in the Shire. And it's also making sure that we get on with our core business of council, which is roads, bridges, sewerage, collection of rubbish, making sure the weeds are, controlled, working with groups like Local Land Services and Landcare to partner and make good decisions for the people of the Shire.
What do you think are the 3 key issues for Bellingen Shire in the next term?
I think communication is one of the key issues. Speaking to constituents all over the Shire, I feel like there's been a lack of communication, and I feel like that is something that council really needs to work on. I feel like there's been a bit of a culture issue where people feel that they're not being received well when they make inquiries, etc., to council. So leading from the top down is really important, and changes of culture need to happen from that way, not from the bottom up. I think another issue we have is growth. A lot of people see it as just housing, but I think it's growth, and growth that's sustainable, but we can see other shires around us are going ahead, and our shire is sitting here with no movement. And if we want to have housing, and we want to have ratepayers, and we want to have our roads fixed, and we want to have all the things that council are invested in, then we need some growth, and we need jobs for our youth and things like that.
And how are you going to balance your issues as a resident and your council decision-making function?
Council is a group of 6 people and a mayor. So theoretically, it's a democratic group of people, which is why I believe council needs some independence on it, so we can have some diversity in council. And obviously, once you're in the council chamber, it's a democratic process. So whatever decisions are made are the decisions that are made. So we need to go with those.
What skills do you think you need to strategically steer an organisation like council?
I think that communication is really important. Communication skills with the people that work for you, communication skills with your managers, communication skills with other stakeholders within the organisation and outside the organisation. In managing a dairy farm and managing an operating theatre, I work with lots of people all the time, and we need to make sure that all our ducks are in a row to get things done. So if everyone knows what's going on, even if you have to change the plan, then people are happy. Another skill that I have is a hard worker, and I think that sometimes you do need to do the hard yards. You need to spend the time and get the job done, and be willing to sacrifice that time for what you're doing. Honesty. I am very honest. Sometimes people don't like it. Sometimes people don't like to hear what I have to say because they don't like the hard conversations. Then I think we also need to realise that a strong HR focus needs to come in as well. Human resources are really important, and leadership needs to come from the top, not the bottom, and changes in culture and good culture are really important in organisations. The other thing that is important is an understanding of KPIs. So key performance indicators are really vitally important in most organisations, and I am aware that council is exactly the same as that, so we need to have our finger on that as well.